Did that dunk surprise you? That Clay dunk?
It did. He's been talking about just how he feels and what's going to be the last thing to come back. And that was the answer. And then it took him 9 minutes. And he got down the lane and had confidence to go up and try it even, and got it done. So it was vicious. It was amazing to watch, and obviously the building was crazy all the way from start to finish. So it was a great night.
Steph, you gave up your traditional spot as the last one called in the starting lineup. Watching that and watching Clay sitting on the bench right there in the crowd, what was that like for you to witness?
It was special. Just set up for the love that I know he's been waiting for, and just that moment, hear the crowd, know that he's gone through so many highs and lows over the last 2.5 years, and that was the moment that he could celebrate, that journey and just go hoop. So it delivered. That moment delivered for sure. I got goosebumps on the other side of the court just watching, and big smiles and all that. So he's earned, deserved, and all that welcome back to the court moment, and that was special.
Steph, the dunk is going to be the biggest basketball moment I think that people talk about, but I wonder on the other end of the floor, you spent a lot of years just guarding that perimeter with him and seeing who he can be as a defender. What are you seeing on that end in terms of his ability to get back to that level defensively?
I know he wants to get back there where he's known as, like you said, as much for putting the ball in the basket as he is as a defensive two-way guy. And then he got a block tonight. He should have had two. And then questionable call on the first one. And a lot of that's just his endurance and building that up over time, where he can, play for significant stretches and focus on both. But I mean, he looks like he has a decent enough, base and foundation tonight to build off of the rest of the season, and then long term get back to that elevated, all defensive team level.
Steph, I know you described the emotions around when his name was called during starting lineups, but I'm curious, was there a moment either pregame or postgame that really stood out to you between you and Clay?
I mean, pregame, the shooting time, our pregame warm-up, before he got hurt, we didn't. I usually left the court by the time he was coming on, and I got to feel that energy when he, got out there. The first 4 shots he made, I thought I had to catch myself because it felt like the game. Everybody was going nuts. And it's like, he can shoot. Like he ain't lost that ability. I know we haven't seen it in a while, so that was a cool moment. Just again, a different energy, a different atmosphere out there, even in pregame shoot around 90 minutes before the game. So that was pretty cool. And then obviously everybody rocking the KT11 jerseys from all different times throughout his career. It's pretty cool acknowledgement of all he's been through.
Heading into the season, there was abstract conversation of what level adding Clay back will take this team to. But getting off to 29 wins before he comes back, and now seeing how he did in his first game, what level does that bring this team to now?
It's hard to put it in. I mean, we have championship aspirations. That's where we want to be. How that looks, we got to figure that out. With Clay back, it's one step towards becoming whole. A huge step. And then Wise eventually down the road. And then we kind of go from there. So it's just good confidence to know that you got to one milestone. For Clay, that's just him getting back on the floor and playing basketball, and for the most part being there every night. And then we keep building. We have whatever, 51 games, 41 games. I can't do math. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. To figure out who we are, 1 through 15, 17, and figure out what our rotations are looking like. like and what our chemistry is going to be like. And I like we're off to a good start on that.
Hey, Steph, given the obvious history that you and Clay have together with championships and shooting accolades, how would you put into perspective what it meant to you to be able to reunite in the backcourt and what he has meant to you as a teammate over the years?
We were laughing. We were laughing because he's been out for whatever 900 something days. Last game he played, we were in the finals. I don't think he really felt what we on the court went through the year after when I got hurt in 15 and 55 or whatever, 15 and 50 we were.
15 and 50.
Yeah. And that's what it felt like. And then with this last year during the pandemic, the playing game and all that type of stuff, like he's only seen the playoffs. So I think for him, it's a good confidence of coming back, and we're hopefully back at that level that we're used to being. And kind of go from there in terms of, just what our high expectations are. And, we have an amazingly talented group and very deep. So it's going to, like I said, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know we have the capability and the opportunity to get there. And he is a huge part of that, obviously. So it's,